A little while ago, a friend of mine shared that he would go through similar cycles every 7 years. And he would notice this reoccurring pattern. And he was a little confused, but noticed that it was a thing that happened in his life. And I thought, oh wow, that's an interesting thing to observe. And I kind of kept it on the back burner. And during this spring equinox of 2023, I find myself going through the third rebirth process in my life, and it is happening every 7 years or so. And it is interesting because every single cycle there's a process of having to let go and to reinvent myself and step forward into a new project with or some kind of endeavor. And I have to really let go of past beliefs and really use everything that I've learned up into that point to get through all the challenges of the new endeavor. And with every new endeavor, there's always a mixture of nervousness, but mostly excitement. And that's how I know that I'm in that sweet spot. I'm lined up or resonating with what I really want. So, in the first rebirth, I joined a personal development group that changed the course of my life. It was a community of people that were really motivated, and they put a lot of time, money, and effort to really improve themselves. And there was a reading list and some audios and meetings, and we were traveling around the world, doing conferences and meeting other people in the organization. And it was a very eye-opening experience of how powerful it is to rendezvous with people that really are on the same page, that are also driven and have goals and dreams and are willing to invest the time and energy to manifest these things in their life for themselves and for the people around them. And it was a very shifting experience, and I had to let go of a lot of things. And in my second rebirth, I had to let go of my hometown and family and friends that I grew up with, and that was one of the most challenging things I've ever done. But it gave me the opportunity to really be free of any distractions or any outside influences, and I found myself alone in the West Coast and the middle of the mountains, and it was a very scary few days. And just I never had that level of freedom before. But within that, I was able to really dig deep and say, okay, what is it that you really want to pursue? And that thing was dance as a form of moving meditation, known as ecstatic dance, conscious dance. And from that point, I ended up moving to Calgary, where I would spend the next 7 years of my life. And that was such a beautiful process. I met so many amazing people and learned a lot of different things and really cultivated a passion that really sings to my heart. I knew very early on in my life, and for the duration of my entire life, that I have an affinity with music and I love it so much. And this conscious dance is a very beautiful expression of my relationship with music. Um, I really do feel that music and humanity are symbiotically intertwined, and humans have a body, mind, and a soul, and music have a beat, rhythm, and melody, and it all correlates together. And when it's done intentionally, it can be very powerful and open up different things, activate different things. And yeah, I spent 7 years really cultivating that passion and being a student of the practice, going to workshops, hanging out with facilitators, meeting with other passionate practitioners, and eventually started facilitating dances myself. And I really cultivated bits and pieces of people's styles and systems. And I really cultivated an attitude from Bruce Lee of not being married to one style or another, and being open to all things and just taking it in and using what's useful and letting go of what's not. And looking back on my life, I'm really happy that I was exposed to Bruce Lee and his philosophy at a very young age. And I just remember looking at Bruce Lee and it's like, man, this guy is so cool. But when he talks, it's even cooler. Like he's not just some guy who's a highly skilled fighter, but he's very wise and he has a knowledge and is very deep. And even the whole concept of being like water, um, moving water never gets stale, so keep on flowing. And it was such a simple concept for like a 6 year old to like observe and take in, but as my life goes on, it just echoes and it's in everything and ingrained, and it's really brought itself to life in the dance practice. So yeah, that all happened, and now I find myself back in my hometown, and I feel like I've been on this journey of the hero, sort of, in some respects, and I've kind of gotten out into the world on my own and experienced a lot of different things and confronted some dragons and got some gold, and I'm bringing it back, and now I'm sharing it with the community, and it really feel like everything has come full circle, and the timing of it too is very synchronistic, and um, I'm in a moment where I'm having to take everything I've learned and really, really put everything I have into this thing. On the lawn of it is like personal insecurities, um, thinking that I don't deserve a certain thing or people perceive me a certain way, and at the end of the day, it's just me getting in my own way. So part of me making this video today is me jumping over that hurdle and all the mind chatter going on. But yeah, so I'm currently in Toronto, and I will be offering conscious dance here for the very first time on March 25th. And I'll be continuing doing a weekly series for 4 weeks called Elemental Movements. It'll be done every Saturday from 10:30 to 12 p.m. And I'll be continuing on after the series is finished every Saturday. And I'll be going all the way till the summertime and then reassess how things are flowing at that point. Um, but yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely check out the links below and send me a message if you're interested or have any questions. And yeah, I am wishing everyone else a happy spring equinox, and may the seeds you have cultivated and planted bloom wondrous fruit for yourself and everyone around you. So thank you for checking this out, and I will hopefully see you on the dance floor very soon. Take care.